I'm ready. Emeka Abire from Abuja. Emeka, how are you? I was in Abuja. I had a training yesterday on real estate in Abuja. Emeka, why were you not here? I have Bukola from Los Angeles City of Angels. Okay. Bukola, are you sure that is you? Ololade from Ogun State. Welcome, Ololade. Reverend Tony, where are you joining from? Reynolds from Harare, Zimbabwe from Asaba. Catherine from Colchester in the UK. I was in the UK 4 days ago. I had a training last Sunday in London. We had a great time. Manuel Okpa from Lagos. Donald from Doha, Qatar. How's Qatar today, Donald? You're all welcome and thank you for joining us. So guys, are you ready for today's training? How to make $1 million from the real estate business from anywhere in the world in a few years. Are you ready? If you're ready, I want you to type I'm ready as you continue to share the video. Reverend Tony from Mina. Oh, I grew up in Jeba. So I used to travel to Mina often. Evangelist Prince from Midland, Texas. Oh, great. You guys, Yaduni from Badagry. Evangel, you'll be glad to know that we just closed on, signed contract for our 43-acre property in Houston, Texas. Okay, so you that are in Texas, you are glad to know that. How many of you are excited to know that? We're going to be building over 250 unit houses in the phase 1, which is for 3 acre. Our vision is to buy more. Hopefully we'll get up to 250 acres there. But phase 1 is 43 acres. And we're hoping to build the largest green and smart home in America on that property. So this is good news for us, for our company. The GTEX family was super excited about it. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be Temban Joshua from Cameroon. Cameroon, welcome. Good to have you all here. Again, like I said, share this video, okay? As you're joining us, share, hit the share button and get everybody here. Amos is ready. Okay, I'm ready for you. So the first business model I want to talk about is rental income real estate. And I want to start by saying that, you see, real estate, what you need to think about when it comes to asset and liability, generally in the world of investment and finance and wealth creation, you should be thinking of cash flow. Everybody type cash flow. Come on, everybody, I want you to type cash flow. So see an asset as a source of cash flow. So whenever you're thinking of, oh, I want to make money, I want to do real estate, begin to think from that angle of cash flow. Everybody type cash flow. I want every single one of you to type cash flow in the comment section. Cash flow. So say as a source of cash flow, you will begin to make some of the finest Make sure Bishop Davis from Milan, Italy. cash producing rate 5%. But my advice will be pay 50 to 60% on the property. Okay? Pay 50 to 60% on the property. So that way what happens is that your mortgage is low. So I give you an example. You have 100 units of 3-bedroom. Example, just give an example. Let's assume you bought 90% occupancy rate. Right? Come on, everybody type 90% occupancy rate. So when you're buying this type of model of real estate where you're trying to generate cash flow from rental income, right? From tenants that will be staying in the property you bought. What you want to be thinking about, and this is very, very, the occupancy in itself is source of cash flow and is an asset in itself. In fact, when valuers come on that written for you, right, is a $1,000 cash flow. Are you seeing the money, guys? If you're seeing the money, type I can see the money. Okay, come on, are you seeing the money? If you can see the money, type I can see the money. Now, because you're having as much as $200,000 in cash flow, of course, for you to have raised the initial 10 million, you bought the property. Remember also that you will not put in 10 million, right? So what you actually put in on the property, remember the value is 10 million. What you are now putting in is 5 million because you got a lender to give you the remaining 5 million. Okay, and then you are now generating $500,000 on it. I'm just giving an example. This is just an hypothesis. And on that 500,000, you pay 100,000 in mortgage. You have $400,000 left. Out of this $400,000 left, you have enough capital to begin to pay your investor, because sometimes many of us start this kind of project by also bringing money together. Do you understand what we're talking about? People, put their money together to help you to raise that $5 million that you used to pay as your 50% on the property. Are you following, guys? If you can comprehend, type I comprehend. Come on, guys. If you are comprehending, type I comprehend. So you were able to get people to give you cash, and you probably will have promised them to be paying them every 3 months or every 6 months or every year. So your 400K goes towards that. But here's my advice when you have such deal. Take 200,000 out of the 400,000 cash flow that is coming in on this 100 unit of 3-bedroom, for example, and do some minor improvement on the property. Now, and I'm talking about minor improvement that will help the next valuation. So I give you a practical example. You have this 100 unit of 3-bedroom and they don't have kids playing area, right? You can just, with 50,000, you can have a small kids park within where this 100 unit apartment is. Suddenly, valuation of the property goes up. Now, why? Because people will be willing to pay more rent So let's say an average of your tenant is paying 2,500 every month, right? They'll be willing to pay, see through the next valuation. You can make. Again, for those of you just joining us, welcome. Please share this video. We want to get to 1,000 viewers. I'm teaching you on how to make your first $1 million, okay, in few years from real estate business, right? I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Started our company 15 years ago, and we've built a massive real estate empire. With asset over 100 million dollars into sharing and get more people to the rental income, and I used to fix a few things on that property, okay, just so as to raise the valuation. Now here's the beautiful story about this. Because I have done some 10 million, now is valued at 12 million. Now the beauty about real estate in certain countries is that you have equity line of credit, okay, where you can withdraw that 2 million capital appreciation cash from the bank. You can withdraw it. Now the beauty of this analogy I'm giving you is that in 3 years, ladies and gentlemen, you can make between $5 to $6 million in equity appreciation from the same property. And guess what? You can then pay off, okay, pay the investors that gave you the initial $5 million you put on that property. You can pay all of them off. And now you own that property 100%. Now you no longer need to be paying ROI on the property because you've paid off all those who gave you the initial money. And guess what? You now own all the rental income to yourself. So if in a year you are getting $500,000, ladies and gentlemen, for the rest of your life, you are now with a property that potentially, okay, can be generating $500,000 for you every year. Now, because of the renovations you've done, the value could have now increased the following year from, because more people will now, like I told you, instead of them paying $2,500, they are now willing to probably pay $3,000, $2,800 or $3,000 per month, because you've put kids area, you've put in fence, you put in a little bit, and you can now even make that renovation every year. So every year you're improving on it, and thereby increasing the rental income and increasing the capital appreciation. Now, this is the beautiful part of this. 10 years later, ladies and gentlemen, you can either in 10 years be able to pay back the loan, literally pay off everything on the property, or in 10 years, okay, be able to have made enough income, right, that will allow you to now be able to sell the property at a higher valuation, okay, and you walk out of the deal. So what do I mean? In 10 years, a property you put in $5 million, you can walk away in 10 years with having made as high as $15 million from that same property. Again, does this make sense, guys? If it makes sense, type it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you can say it doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm too, what I'm saying is too fast for you, or you're not comprehending. If you can comprehend and it makes a lot of sense and you get the concept, just type it makes sense, it makes sense, it makes sense. Come on, talk to me, guys. Remember, as you're joining us, tell us your name and the city you're joining us from. Share this video with as many friends as possible. Hit the share button, Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Just keep sharing with your friends and get everybody on board. Okay? Okay, Catherine says it makes sense. Bukola says it makes sense. Emmanuel says it makes sense. Beautiful. Now, how many of you can do this? Can you do the first way to make your $1 million in real estate? Can you do it? Is this something that is, you can do? If you can do it, type I can do it. If you can't do it, type I can't do it. And you're free to state why you can't do it. Also, good news, once I share the second model that I want to teach today on how to, make $1 million from real estate, I will take your questions. So I want as many of you to ask me as much questions as you can. Felix from South Africa, I see you. I was in South Africa like 2 months ago. I love South Africa, right? So if you have your question, keep them. I'm going to soon start taking your question. I want you to ask me as many questions as possible, as long as it's about real estate, which is what we're discussing today. I want to hear your questions, ladies and gentlemen. So please feel free. I'm your guy. Ask as much questions as you can. So are you ready for number 2? If you're ready for number network issue. Okay, so welcome again. I'm Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I'm known as Africa's most sought after investment coach. I'm a serial entrepreneur, real estate investor. Started our company 15 years ago with about $10, and we're a digital marketing firm that time. Then 8 years ago, we became a real estate development company, and we control over $100 million worth of real estate assets in Dubai, US, UK, and here in Africa. And so a lot of what I share from my personal experience of what has worked for me. And there's no guarantee it will work for you, but of course, if you follow the principles, they definitely have the potential of working for you as well. I'd like you to tell me your name and where you're joining me from, okay? And please share this video as many times as you can. Different platform, Facebook, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. I want us to get 1,000 viewers today because this is a very good topic. A lot of people will learn from it and they will figure out how they can build wealth for themselves, okay? So tell me your name and the city you are joining me from. So I'll try to share with us 4 or 5 tips. I'm not sure how much the time would take. I'm trying to make it as very short. If we can do 30 minutes, max 45 minutes, I'm done with this because I have a speaking engagement I also have to go to. But are you guys ready for me? If you're ready, type I am ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Emeka Abire from Abuja. Emeka, how are you? I was in Abuja. I had a training yesterday on real estate in Abuja. Emeka, why were you not here? I have Bukola from Los Angeles City of Angels. Okay. Bukola, are you sure that is you? Ololade from Ogun State. Welcome, Ololade. Reverend Tony, where are you joining from? Reynolds from Harare, Zimbabwe. Hey, how are you, my brother? You're all welcome and thank you for joining. Please start sharing and sharing this video. I want us to get everybody in here. Let's get up to 1,000 views. So keep sharing, copy the link, post everywhere you can. Let's get more people. Emmanuel from Asaba, Delta State. Catherine from Colchester in the UK. I was in the UK 4 days ago. I had a training last Sunday in London. We had a great time. Emmanuel Okpa from Lagos. Donald from Doha, Qatar. How's Qatar today, Donald? You're all welcome and thank you for joining us. So guys, are you ready for today's training? How to make $1 million from the real estate business from anywhere in the world in a few years. Are you ready? If you're ready, I want you to type I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready as you continue to share the video. Reverend Tony from Mina. Oh, I grew up in Jeba. So I used to travel to Mina often. Evangelist Prince from Midland, Texas. Oh, great. You guys, Yaduni from Badagry. Evangel, you'll be glad to know that we just closed on signed contract for our 43-acre property in Houston, Texas. Okay, so you that are in Texas, you are glad to know that. How many of you are excited to know that? We, we're going to be building over 250 unit houses in the phase 1, which is for 3 acre. Our vision is to buy more. Hopefully, we'll get up to 250 acres there. But phase 1 is 43 acres, and we're hoping to build the largest green and smart home in America on that property. So this is good news for us. Come to asset and